what does the future of dining look like in that world? Let's say Foodini's implemented a restaurant I'm walking in, or anyone listening is walking in and dining at the restaurant. What does the experience look like?
Yeah. Um, so I guess I'll start from before they even get to the restaurant, which is because there's a lot of conversation. Yeah. I always am fascinated, right? Especially if you look and you pay attention to where funding goes. If you pay attention, a lot of companies are, or two specifically, founders who get a lot of attention, Mark Laurie at Wonder, Travis Kalanick at Cloud Kitchens, both have, raised billions of dollars. In food companies, if you look at what they're building, you might question, looks like cloud kitchens. Both there's a ton of money going into they're building these kitchens. But if you actually listen to their larger visions, it was interesting. Both talk about this kind of future of health, which is where, as not just consumers, but we in general, I think, are all curious more and paying more attention to our health. And so a lot of the belief is that in the future, we are going to understand our personal microbiomes a lot more than we ever have previously, where instead of just saying, I have this illness and I need to take this prescription medication, a lot of people are more interested in understanding their genetics. There's a lot of also money going into genetic testing. There's a lot of money, companies like Function Health that are blowing up, which is all about just testing more about your health indicators than previously paid attention to. So I think a lot of people are going to understand themselves more, their predispositions, and their nutritional needs. And what that means, I think if you look at what, Wonder and Cloud Kitchens want, that means that they also are going to capitalize on the efficiencies of automation, where within these cloud kitchens, you're going to be able to automate all of this food being made. You know exactly what ingredients are in there because you're making it all within these cloud kitchens. And so people are going to get their blood tested at home, and based on those results, they're going to be able to get these tailored AI-generated meal plans that help make sure that they get the right nutrition for whatever they're currently going through, whether they're running a marathon or recovering from an illness, and that those meals are going to be tailored to them. I do think that future will exist. What I want to hope at Foodini is that what we're going to help prevent is that people aren't going to just sit at home and order from food made by robots. I think there's still an appetite for people for in-person dining, for hospitality, for people to want to go out to eat, to want to order from their favorite restaurants that are made from a local ethnic restaurant nearby that opens it up because they opened up a restaurant out of their heart and because they want to cook from their Nona's recipes, and for me, what I'm hoping we're going to build is the infrastructure required to help those restaurants to just properly document what is in that food so that the consumer can place that order, whether it be through DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever the online ordering, direct from the restaurant online, or whether they go in person. Right now, we have a QR code that goes on the menu. That way, when you're sitting there, whether it's online, you click a link, in venue, you do the QR code, you enter whatever it is your dietary need or profile is. So anything from I'm allergic to nuts to, again, I'm avoiding cilantro. You save, and then instantly, here's what you can have. Here's what you can modify, and we use exactly what the current modifiers are, and here's what you can't have and why specifically. So you have that information up front, whether it be before you place the order or when you're there. You can then make an informed decision. You don't have to be the awkward person at the table. You don't have to not go out to eat because you don't have the information you need. And you can make an informed decision that, is necessary for a lot of people for their health.
Well, that just got me incredibly excited about the future and far more comprehensive than I anticipated. Even, I mean, the tailored dietary understandings at more of the overarching level, and then how solutions like Foodini actually fit into that and enable actually small businesses even to participate in that is super cool. I actually just got micronutrient testing because that was the concept I was going for, is how do I actually tailor it? But I can't layer on things like training for a marathon on top of that and things like that. At least I haven't yet. Maybe you can. But there's a lot of things that I can only imagine if we're able to facilitate that at a greater scale.